Hey folks, LoricElf here. Don't let this picture make you think anything. This video is actually gaming related. Somebody had a Craigslist ad, and I picked up because I was searching for like Genesis or something on Craigslist. But anyways, they were just talking about some auction they're going to have in this town about 2 hours away. I ended up going, but before I try to show some of the stuff that I got, let me just show you some pictures they had posted online that made me think it was worth attending. So, some car. This one is just one game. I don't know why they did this because they were selling just boxes of the games that are better than this one, just all together. But maybe that helped mislead some people, and people didn't show up that normally would have because. One $3 game's not too impressive early on for the gaming pictures. But they had some cool neon signs. I'd kind of like to get like a Miller Lite sign or something, but I didn't really try to bid on them. I'm sure for what they go for, they had some good prices. Here's some stacks of PlayStation games. I can't really read them, even myself zooming in. So, but quite a few games. 10, 20, 30, probably 80 games here, and probably only cost somebody, I think only around maybe 150. I can't recall, but some Star Wars figures and stuff, Tomb Raider trading card game stuff, I guess. This box looked pretty cool, and they did sell it all like as a box pretty much on all the stuff they sold. It's got a Shining Force for the Game Gear, and Castlevania box, probably the Game 2, and some systems. I mean, Pocket Color, Neo Geo Pocket Color, that's I think probably a $60 system, especially complete like that, and Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color there, Dragon Warrior box there for the probably, I don't know if is that. That's probably for one of the portables. If you guys see something rare in here I didn't notice, let me know. I mean, it's too late now, but I really didn't. Felt kind of out of place not knowing, some of the rarities on the Atari 2600 games and stuff. And even these kind of things. Pretty cool Star Wars case. It looked like it was probably one of the old sets. Like I said, they just had boxes of stuff they sold. There's E.T., a couple Warlords. Unfortunately, there was a reseller there that was just, paying more than I wanted to pay for a system I didn't own myself. But I did actually end up getting a couple Atari 2600s. One I got from just somebody else there who won one. Paps Neon, some cool neon things. Atari games, more. A lot of different, I think they both held up at the same time, and the winner got them all, I mean, that's like not too many chances to buy bulk like that without having to pay shipping and not having a ton of competition. There's actually like a lot of older people there, and most of the stuff was antiques besides this crap. It almost seemed like it might have been from a game store. But yeah, Atari games. ColecoVision, is that what that was? Yeah. I don't own one of these, but pretty good setup. A nice looking system and crap and bags on this one. Decent amount of games. And here's they had boxes of Dreamcast games. A lot of them were from Japan. I probably should have bid on more on those than I did. Here's a box of Super Nintendo games. I think they might have had more. I'm not sure. Have to count them up here. 20 because I won one of the Super NES slots. I'll have to see if that was the one I got or not, but I was kind of impressed because there's a lot of titles I didn't really recognize myself. Some weird looking pictures, I guess. I guess they were drawn, but I would have liked to get that sign there, but I didn't bid on those at all. I mean, they had some 10-cent comics, Superman comics. And here's some of the cool stuff. Box, full of games, and then some complete stuff here on top. I think all these went for at least 150 for the most part. And there's some. I looked at some of the unlicensed games since I have a set of the licensed ones already. But I found out later in the night I should have later in the auction before this is before it started mainly when I was looking, but later in the auction I kind of realized I should have looked a little closer. There's a real rare game that slipped by. Odyssey 2. I was thinking about bidding on one of those, but I have an Odyssey 2, just not the box right now. I still haven't even tried it yet. But yeah, look at these. This is crazy. Here's what it was. The smallest box, that one only has, it might have been the same size as that one, but I'm pretty sure it was this box because I think there's only 2 rows and the games go like that in both, because a box, that one or the one looked just like it had, what was that? That rare Nintendo game. Little Samson, yeah. It had a little Samson in there, and it went up to like over 100 right away on bidding, and I stopped. I was like, man, I'm not paying more than like 50 for that. I should have paid more attention to what games there were. Really, if I would have known that was in there, that game was 150, and it actually had the manual with it too. So, I mean, pretty much 150 with that for sure. But lots of different just sets where they had the some complete boxes with the games. Not too many of those actually, but a lot of games here. And some train cars. I mean, some of you guys might know what some of this stuff is and if it's worth some money. I definitely didn't. That first thing, that pedal car, I think only went for like 220 or something. Here's a weird looking baseball quilt. That weird face on it. I don't know, that might be kind of old. Some more cool signs. Some old weird games. Some statue with somebody's name on it. Dated 2007 most recently. I don't know if this game is rare. I think I've heard of it, but I don't know if I heard of it because it was rare or what. But that's pretty cool having the 3 Star Wars games there. I don't know why he wouldn't put the 3 Star Wars games on the same freaking side, but that's just the way I think. Here's like a light up PlayStation sign. Store display light, they called it. And check this out. Quite a few Sega Saturn and Sega CD games. There's Lunar. I can pick that one out. And that one wasn't in the freaking box that I saw. So I think somebody, before the auction started or something, took it out. Or maybe, somebody did something. Or maybe, maybe it was buried under something. I don't know. Well, maybe this is a different box of Super NES games than before. First time looking at these pictures since they had the auction. They definitely seem to move things around a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually won this lot here. I think that was pretty much everything that I got in mine, but I think that was like $50, so freaking expensive. Probably, maybe not, I don't know. Here's the Genesis stuff they had. They had like I didn't even know the Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego for the Genesis had a box set like the Nintendo one does. But they have some pretty cool games in here. Phantasy Star, Fairy Tail, Saint Sword. I think there's a decent priced one. Shining Force, one of my favorites. I've only played number 2 so far. Looks like Ghouls and Ghosts, Phantasy Star 4, Forgotten Worlds. I'm not sure if that's a good price one, but Wonder Boy. I didn't even really look at the 32X games. Probably just pretty common ones, but you know, there's a box of just loose games there too. Oh, there's the same stuff a little bit further. So I guess these are probably the main Genesis lots they had. And this one, yeah, this one with the Action 52 in it for the Genesis, it went up to like $260. And I was actually trying to kind of go for it. I actually think what I did is I thought this lot was that one, because I knew this one had a lot of games that I kind of thought were worth a decent amount of money. But anyways, I was bidding higher on this one than I, thought I should. And but this other dude was determined to get it, so I backed off. And then he ended up winning it. And I guess he thought this Action 52 was for the Nintendo, is the whole reason he was bidding crazy. But it's got like Spiritual Warfare. I assume that's for the Genesis. I don't know if they have that for the Genesis for sure. Maybe it's for the Nintendo box, but yeah, some cool games. But I just got blown out of the water on the bids, so I couldn't even touch those. Here's an Atari Jaguar. The guy who got that offered it to me for $20 less than what he paid after the auction, but I didn't take it. I don't have a Jaguar yet, but let's see here. I think these are just music CDs. And yeah, this is kind of cool. Like tons of foreign Dreamcast games, like that whole box, and there's a C-Man box there. Probably has a microphone in there and everything for the game. I should have bid higher on these, but I was like, what am I gonna do with 60% Japanese games? I'm not gonna be able to play them myself. I'm not in the business just to resell. But I guess I'll zoom up on a couple of them there. And this might even be another box of Nintendo stuff than before. And I really should have paid more attention to what was in there. Magician box. I think a Magician is like one of the hardest games ever, and I hadn't even really sat down and tried it before. I just remember playing it when I was little, or watching a friend play it even, and it's like you have to make your own spells out of letters and stuff, and anything you do there wrong will just like instantly kill you, and something about through the whole game you have to, I don't know if it's go off the same life bar and die once and it starts in the beginning. I don't know, I remember it being a crazy hard game, just ridiculous. I might, without watching any YouTube stuff on it, I might, try to play it myself, see what's going on. But yeah, this box, had like this and the Game Boy and the other two Game Boys and whatever. I mean, it was all sold as a box. They didn't sell this stuff separately. And I can't remember what it went for. I didn't get it myself. And then they had like a lot of boxed systems, which I thought was cool. They had a ton of these strategy guide lots. Box Saturn. I guess the same Jaguar. TurboGrafx 16 with some games. And Dreamcast box, and then some just containers of accessories and crap. They had like some promotional posters and like extra size boxes. Here's a 3DO with decent amount of games. Even like some old videos that would advertise games, like VHS tapes and stuff. I think they had one for Conker's Bad Fur Day, tobacco signs. And they had this, for Seaman, they had this tin thing. You open it up and it had these like eggs, it was a sour gummy worms or something, just like gummy worms inside of just a plastic little container thing. And they were setting on Easter egg like grass, like in Easter egg baskets, just like the plastic grass stuff. It's kind of weird. Also, when you open it up, it had like a sound thing where Seaman, which the Leonard Nimoy Spock from Star Trek did the voice for, but it had like him saying weird stuff. And actually, it was only going to cost me $5 for both of them. They had two of them there, and I was planning on getting them, but I got a couple other things. It was like the bid gets the choice of the different little boxes on the table or whatever, as many as they want. And pretty much everybody was done, and there's still a lot of stuff on the table. And it's like high bid was like $750 for their pick of stuff, and some guy got like 3 things he wanted off there for $750 each. And then next bid was like $5, which was me. So I got a couple, boxes of things up there for $5. And he said that the Seaman promo, can things, they actually looked like cans of tuna, and they said like, had his face on there and stuff, like he's in the tuna can or whatever. But those promo things, he said both of them were counted as one. So I got like 2 other things. I got like this little cardboard box full of promotional keychains and buttons and just dumb stuff like that. A couple different cards and just little promotional things. A couple little pewter figures. But I think, as soon as I say I think they're done at the games, I see some stuff. I bid like $20 on that cannon. I thought it was kind of cool, but I got outbid pretty quick. Just a lot of older people there, and unfortunately one eBay guy said he had like 3 eBay stores, and that was all the pictures. So yeah, that was it. I did pick up some things at the auction there. I'll just try to decide how to do the videos with those. Thanks again as always for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.